Boom. Here we are back. Jeff Daniels Rockin' Podcast 2. Hey, how about that first one? Went over very well. Been out with a cold, but I'm back in the game. And this is the second time I had to record this one. The first one, no volume recorded. But I got it fixed, I think. We got it going this time. But hey, thank you to everybody. We've got over 600 views and 150 subscribers on our first podcast out. That's phenomenal. Thanks to all my friends and all my listeners. And I hope we can keep this going and have fun and enjoy some cool history and some music and some cool pictures. So, yeah, wow, that was really cool, man. It's a good ride, and we're going to try to start this again. Had a lot of good suggestions on my first one. A lot of people called and said, or text me or email, Jeff, that's good, man. I really like the space stuff. Talk more about the space program. Talk more about the history of that. A lot of people said, hey, Jeff, show me some more of your guitars. I'm interested in your senior guitars. The Texas music history was cool. The Texas history was cool. Get a little more detail. Yeah, it was a lot of great people leaving me messages and everything. So I want to thank you for that. I thought that was really cool. So, man, I was looking at all the stuff that's been happening in the last 2 weeks, right? Current events are just crazy, right? And amazing of all the things that are happening. If you notice, I changed the intro up a little bit. My friend Tommy Davis, he's been making some music for us, so he recorded the guitar part, which is cool, on the beginning. So that's all him. That's thank you to Tommy Davis and his skills there. He's recorded all that. And so Tommy's going to write stuff for all our intros for every podcast. So I just put you on the spot there, Tommy. So you're going to have to rock and roll and get them out there to me. And then I'll close with some of his things, his music too. So it's really cool. And then on the part that says Jeff Daniels Rockin' Podcast, I found this real cool clip. I'm going to use it forever. I found it online, and it's one of those, you have a different locations you can pay for music or get certain music. Well, they gave me this one free. It was for like a trial. So I got a little spot on that. So it's kind of cool. It's real heavy on that. So I'm going to keep that. I kind of like that. So as I build the podcast, guess what, man? Cool things are happening, right? Cool things are happening. So what I want to do is since our things are changing and there's all kinds of current events and things moving on, I'm kind of going to do like the old MTV. Hey, MTV News. Remember that? They had that on MTV. Well, this is going to be Jeff Daniels Rockin' News 2025. So if you notice, the intro is a picture of Tommy and I jamming. And then there's also a picture of Loretta Swit, right? She passed away. Hot Lips on MASH. She passed away. There's a picture of Rick Derringer, right? And his All-American Boy album. He wrote the song Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, right? He was in a band called the McCoys. Wrote Hang On Sloopy, right? We've had a D-Day, an 81st anniversary of D-Day in Normandy. That was in the very beginnings. Like I said, Loretta Swit, the great actress, passed away. Rick Derringer, the great musician, has passed away. So we got a couple of things going on there with that. But I wanted to say also too, there's they had the University of Texas NCAA softball, lady softball, and man, that was great. It was great games. I watched one of them all the way complete. They played Texas Tech, and man, the games. This Texas Tech, the lady that pitches for them, she was phenomenal. She was throwing strikes, man, throwing that ball hard. But long story short, the University of Texas took the title, and there's a lady named Reese Atwood. She's the catcher for the University of Texas team, and yay for Reese. She's from Toloso Midway in Corpus Christi. She's a Corpus Christi high school alumni, like I am. So how about that? So we got a Toloso Midway alumni played in the National College Softball Championship. So good for her. She's rock and rolling with that. Next, talking about Corpus Christi, I got a picture here. They got the new bridge connected. So they're putting a new harbor bridge up. I think the original bridge was made in 65 or 67. So they built a new bridge behind it. So they're going to get a whole new port. So hey, for Corpus Christi, they're getting a new bridge. Back when I was young, I rode my bicycle over the old bridge. So there'll be a picture. I'll show a picture of that. So that's really cool on that. So yeah, so that was the intro, and so that's kind of our news for what's going on, and we'll talk about that and keep going. Well, last time I showed a guitar case for my Explorer, my Gibson Explorer. So what I did, guys, I went into a closet and I dug out some guitars. So I pulled out my original guitar. It's an Explorer Encore that I completely rebuilt from the ground up, and I've got it here to show you. So there you go. Look at that head on that guitar. So all new keys. It's Encore, and this is an Explorer copy. See the body style? I can show it to you. I put in new pickups, new bridge, new switches, new knobs, new end piece. Look at the back of this guitar. It's unbelievable. Solid wood. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, I redid all the neck. I worked on the wood, but it's the original body. I bought this guitar, Clausen's Music, Corpus Christi, Texas, 1978, I think. Yeah, Larry Canopi and Todd Pearson, I went to get it. So here it is, back in form, and it plays great. I had to re-drill out the keyholes, put in these locking keys, but man, it's beautiful. So there you go. There's the copy Explorer. And then I've got the real Gibson right behind me here. Let me see if I can pull it out. There we go. So see the Gibson head on it? Isn't that beautiful? Got my hard rock pin in there, pick on there. Look at that. Double humbuckers, gold, bridge. Look at the body on this thing. Beautiful, beautiful wood. Isn't that just a beautiful guitar? So I fell in love with this guitar because of Kiss. All right. The Edge plays one just like this from U2. Remember we were talking about that? But Ace Frehley played one like this in Kiss. But either way, this is an original Gibson Explorer. So, and in the beginning, you see a picture. Just back over here. There's a picture of Rick Nielsen, Charlie Riggs, and I at TPSA. So we sold a tequila called Rockin' Vodka Tequila. And Rick came to the TPSA, and so he hung out with us. So how cool is that? After playing music all these years, and then get to meet Rick Nielsen. He rode around in my car with me. I took him to lunch, dinner. We had a great time. He's a very humble gentleman. He wrote all those great songs. Think about all the songs he wrote, you know. I Want You to Want Me. That's just one of them. That's just one, and right? So real great guy. Just really, really nice. I enjoyed spending my time with him. So I showed him my guitar, and he picked it up and he held it and he looked at it. Oh, that's good. And he acted like he's going to drop it. And he's like, I ain't going to drop it, Jeff. So either way, nice guy. So he's the guy in the front picture too. That's Charlie Riggs and Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick. So there you go. That's pretty good. But those are my guitars. There's two more of them. I got a few more I'll keep showing. Every podcast I'm going to pull out a few guitars. So that's an Encore Explorer copy that I bought in 1978. And then this one here, I think I got it about 97. My brothers and I won it in contest with my brothers. So it was kind of a cool thing. So, all right. So what we need to do now is I've got some pictures that I'm going to put up here, and I want to talk about them. I thought it was kind of cool. The first picture is the Flintstones. Yes, the cartoon Fred Flintstone, Betty, Wilma, right? Barney, right? So it's kind of a cool spin-off cartoon, but it's been around for 68 years, guys. 1957. Isn't that amazing? I bet you'd be surprised how many people know the Flintstones. I mean, people watch the Flintstones. So there's a cool picture of the Flintstones. That popped up on my Facebook, and I couldn't believe it's older than I am. The Flintstones are. So I remember the Flintstones when I was a kid. So that's a picture of Flintstones. There's a little history for you on that. Here's a picture of them building the Astrodome in Houston, Texas, the first dome stadium. Kind of cool, right? Kind of a little Texas, down in the Texas history part. That's a real cool picture of the Astrodome. Of course, home of the Houston Oilers, right? Used to go there and watch the Houston Oilers, watch the rodeo. I think the Astros played there. So I remember going to the Astro World behind it when I was younger. They had an Astro World, like a theme park, like a Six Flags or whatever, behind there. So yeah, there's a building of that. So yeah, there's some couple cool pictures I have there that I wanted to share with you. Here's one of the Mission Drive-In, San Antonio, Texas, on an old drive-in. Isn't that cool? I don't know if you ever remember going to the drive-ins. Some of you do. And they still have some drive-ins. They have one out here in Rice, Texas. I've been out there a couple of times. I think they got 4 or 5 picture screens. It's unbelievable. But yeah, my mother took me to see Patton when I was young. Yeah, that was cool, man. It was as a young boy watching Patton with Mom. Mom took us there, so that was really kind of cool. Here's a new picture of the Kilgore Rangerettes. I don't know if I had mentioned. I got to march in the Cotton Bowl in 1981 with Tolosa Midway High School. So we were Cal Allen Tolosa band and then Baylor, Alabama band. So that was really cool. We got to march the pregame, and then we got to do part of the halftime together. Plus we got to march in the parade that morning. So that was really cool. And Linda Gray and Jamie Farr were on the corner giving the parade announcements. Linda Gray from Dallas, of course, Sue Ellen, and then Jamie Farr. Hey, that's kind of ironic that Miss Swift passed away, Loretta Swift, right? Hot Lips, and Jamie Farr was there, so I got to talk to both of them that day. I was wearing my Rototom drums and had a chance to chat with them for a few minutes before we marched on. They were on the corner, so of course I didn't want to talk to Jamie. I wanted to talk to Linda Gray, right? Linda Gray was beautiful. So yeah, got to talk to her. So there you go. There's some history on that. So that's kind of a neat thing. So I was watching a documentary the other day, going back to music a little bit and guitars and things like that. And back in the day, one of the songs that we used to play as a young band, Crossfire was the name of our band. We played August 16th, 1977 at the Beeville Naval Air Station. We played Rock Is My Life, Taking Care of Business, and we played this song, Smoke on the Water. Todd Pierce, Mark Cooper and I. And God, I was 13. I was 14. Todd was 13. Mark was 16. But yeah, we played this talent show. And it was beautiful. 500 people there. It was unbelievable. Got to use the Navy guys, Air Force guys' drums, their amps, PA. It was pretty cool. But of course, on the way in, they announced that Elvis Presley had passed away. So it was interesting. We were going to play rock and roll August 16th, 1977, and we played rock and roll. So we're playing Smoke on the Water, and I think a lot of you would go, yeah, Jeff, Smoke on the Water, man, I got that one. I've heard it a million times. It's almost like Stairway to Heaven, right? You go to the guitar store, you don't play Stairway to Heaven, right? And Smoke on the Water. That's kind of the two songs that get played at the guitar store all the time. So I was watching this documentary about Deep Purple, and the guitar player's name's Richie Blackmore. And so Richie's talking about Smoke on the Water. The guy's asking about, hey, Smoke on the Water. And he said, well, it's an inversion of interpretation. The lick. Bum, 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 right? So I'm thinking to myself, that is interesting. Inversion of interpretation. So I'm listening to him. I'm like, okay, here comes some BS, right? I'm thinking that he's bringing this up. He says, really and truthfully, it's Beethoven's Fifth. I'm telling you, this is what Richie Blackmore's saying. And I'm saying, okay, I want to listen to this. He goes, Beethoven's Fifth. Dun, 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 dun. Right? Everybody knows Beethoven's Fifth. So he goes, if you play it backwards, it's dun, 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 dun. So he says, I owe Beethoven a lot of royalties. How about that? So there you go. So Smoke on the Water riff is an inversion of interpretation by Richie Blackmore on Beethoven's Fifth. So there you go. You heard it from the horse's mouth, right? So that's kind of cool, right? To learn a little bit about that. And music history. Texas history or Texas programs or Texas cool stuff, right? So I'm going to put up a Texas belt buckle here. Pretty cool. It's got America, 1776, right? And Texas is started 1836. So there you go. So that'll get this Texas section going. Here's the TP Hotels in Wharton, Texas. Established in 1947. Elvis Presley, Willie Nelson, Dolly Parton, a lot of people stayed there. My business partner, Mark Monfrey, his wife, Helen, was from Wharton, Texas. God bless her. She's passed away now. But that's where their family's from. Wharton, Texas, right there by Houston. So there you go. Also, what's cool going on down there, they refurbished the USS Texas. If you're familiar with that battleship, it's down in Galveston now. Don't be afraid to go down there and check it out, man. 1942 to now 2025. So that's pretty cool. It served in World War One, and it served in World War II. So it was there in D-Day on Normandy Beach. One of the stories is that the captain of the ship, they were across looking with the guns pointed toward the Normandy coast. And they were shooting the batteries, the big guns, to try to knock out some of the guns up on the hill, some of the German batteries. And they realized they were shooting them, weren't shooting far enough. So what the captain of the ship did, he flooded the tanks on the backside so it would raise the guns up so they could shoot farther. And that's a true story. So if you ever do a little history on the USS Texas in Normandy, talks about how they flooded the ballast in the battleship so they could raise the guns, the trajectory of the guns, so they could get the shoot farther up to hit the bunkers and things that were up on that hill. I've been to Normandy too, so you'll see in the very beginning that picture of Mark and I at Normandy. It's a pretty amazing place. If you ever get a chance to go, that Normandy is just unbelievable. So yeah, USS Texas is back out there and looking better than ever. When you go see it, though, I saw it from distance. I don't know, not too long ago when they were doing it. It was over in Houston area by NASA, and we drove by it, and it's kind of like up on the bank there, and it's solid black. Man, it looks like a big monster coming at you. It's kind of scary. So it's kind of cool. How about Waterburger, right? Waterburger. First restaurant, August 8th, 1950, Harmon Dobson. Waterburger. Now, Waterburger's everywhere. Everybody loves Waterburger. If you're from Texas, it's like Buc-ee's now. But Waterburger started in Corpus Christi. So there's a picture of the owner, original owner there, and the first Waterburger. So that's kind of some cool things. So there's a few cool pictures of some Texas history. And we'll keep throwing some things like that in there. Keep it rolling, keep it fun. But yeah, there's a few things. So you got the TP, you got the Battleship Texas, you got Waterburger. So yeah, a lot of cool things going on there. So next thing, I was talking about my hard rock pins, and I got a ton of hard rock pins that I've been collecting. So here's one from Honolulu when I was in Hawaii a year and a half ago, which was beautiful up there. But I've been collecting these pins 20 years, 25 years or longer, probably longer. And I used to, every time I went to some hard rock somewhere, I grabbed a pin. And when I was in Germany, France, Paris, all over the United States. So a friend of mine, Nancy Williams, she lives in Seattle, and she got a hold of a bunch of pins. And she said, Jeff, I got a bunch of pins. So she sent them to me. She sent me like 60 pins. So, oh my gosh, a lot of them I had a bunch of them already, but man, this really makes my collection large. So there's a couple pictures here in my collection. I've got it in this glass case, and it's pretty cool, man. So I got a lot of cool stuff, but a lot of those pins I went to, but then once people start realizing you're collecting them, and people start sending them to you. So, but hats off to Nancy. She helped me collect a bunch of these pins. Yeah, they're really cool, and they're for all kinds of different events and different locations, but they're all different. Everyone is very unique, and heck, they even have a book about it. They have a book on hard rock pins, collectors. So There's my NASA cup for you NASA fans. I brought that one out today. So yeah, so there's my Hard Rock pins and a couple cool pictures of that. So if you get a chance to go to Hard Rock and get you a pin, man, that's a pretty cool thing. So I got my 8 ball here, so I thought we'd ask a question of the 8 ball, So okay, 8 ball. Let's see here. So I really want to do some fishing this year. I'd like to go catch some red. I got to get my buddy Eric Dehanich out and Arshia. Maybe we'll go out and do some fishing. We need to get out there and catch some redfish. Growing up in Corpus Christi, I miss going fishing a lot. So, hey, Mr. 8 ball, am I going to catch a nice red this year? It says without a doubt. How about that? So hey, how about that? Without a doubt. So yeah, there's a cool fishing story I have when we were working together at a company called Glaziers. My buddy Eric and I were fishing with some of our suppliers and some of our employees, and we were fishing off Bass Island south there. And you wade fish out, and you can catch the big red. They're finning out there, so you're not in very deep water. You're wading in water. And so my buddy Eric, man, he was boom, he hit a big one, and he's hollering, Jeff, get the net. So I run, get the net him up, oversized red. We got to tag it, put it in the boat. So we're out there fishing some more, and we're all fishing, and boom, my buddy Eric, he gets another one. Get the net, Jeff. So I get the net, and we're walking around out there, and I get the net, and I go underneath the fish, pick it up, take it to the boat. Cool, man, really good. So we're out there fishing, and boom, I get one, man, and I'm reeling it in. And man, it's big. It's taken me a long time to reel it in. So I told my buddy Eric, I said, hey, get the net, get the net. So as I get him up close to around my feet, I look down, and Eric takes the net and hits him on the head. And phew, fish is gone. So that's my fish story. Eric's going to say, why'd you tell that story? So yeah, so I got to be careful when we go fishing with my buddy Eric. The fish will go if he doesn't net them. But either way, that day we had a great day fishing out there at Bass Island. So if you guys or anybody's out there familiar with red fishing on the island right up there, right by Rockport, out in that area, there's some great fishing down there. And I'm looking forward to going down and doing that. So that'd be kind of cool. Another thing that's been going on with crazy stuff. This week has just been lots and lots of current events, and I don't want to go into a whole bunch of current events. And I mean, just today, another rock star passed away. Mitch Ralphs from Bad Company passed away. I just heard that a little while ago, so I'll do a little tribute to him. So the original guitar player for Bad Company passed away, Mitch Ralphs. I've seen him a couple times. He's phenomenal. If you guys are familiar with Bad Company, listen to the music. And the guitar player, he just passed away. Just heard it a few minutes ago. Jaws, the movie Jaws came out, right? 50-year anniversary, I think. So how great was that movie with Quinn and all that going on? Dreyfuss is in it, right? So I saw that, God, in the movie theater in Corpus Christi, Twin 2, something like that. I can't remember. It was right there on Staples. Either way, went to that, saw it in the movie theater, and the lady, so yeah, Jaws came out, big beautiful movie there. So that's kind of cool. So wow, that was a little while ago. 1977, Star Wars. The original Star Wars came out. I remember I was 15, and I wasn't quite 15 yet, I guess. And my uncle took me at the theater up here in Dallas off the Northwest Highway. And him and I went, my Uncle Rex and I went. And when we got there, the line was around the building. And heck, I grew up in Corpus Christi, man. I never saw movie theaters with that big a line usually. A couple of hot movies that are very popular that been around, have a couple of anniversaries coming up. But yeah, Jaws and Star Wars, original Star Wars, 1977. So that's pretty cool stuff there. Okay, so now we're going to do our last part of the podcast here. And we're going to close out with a couple of cool things. And one of the first things I wanted to show was this. A Man on the Moon, Andrew Calkin. It's got a DVD out. This is a CD book you can listen to, A lot of people don't even have that no more. You listen on your phone, but this is unbelievable. This is a great story. He tells a really good story. So I would recommend that. Man on the Moon, The Voyage of the Apollo Astronauts, what it says. Andrew Calkin. I have his book too. I have it signed book by him. But this, I've had this for a long time. But you can go on YouTube and get this, and it's phenomenal. It's really good, really good. So another thing that I liked that I saw, it's the HBO special years ago, From the Earth to the Moon. Tom Hanks put this together. I think it's like 7 series part. If you haven't seen it, you should. It got some really great actors in there, and Tom Hanks, he narrates at the beginning of every series, and you'll watch it more than once. I promise you. And the actors are phenomenal. The families, the wives are in it, the children. They show the whole ball wax. So it's a great series. There's those series out there, Lost. There's a lot of different series out there that people get hooked on and want to watch it. You'd be like this one. On this one, From the Earth to the Moon, you'd be watching it all. It's pretty good. So there's two nice little volumes there for the moon missions back to NASA and some of those programs like that. I do have a picture here that I'm going to put up. It's a Gemini 7. Of course, Frank Borman and Jim Lovell. And Jim Lovell, he lives in Marble Falls, Texas, and he's the oldest living astronaut. So he's older than Buzz. So, yeah, Jim Lovell from right up there in Marble Falls, Texas. But, yeah, here's a picture of him. They spent 14 days, long duration, in Gemini 7. So, and then they also rendezvoused with, they had a rendezvous up there, too, with Wally Schirra. So that was really cool back then. But talking a little bit about, back then there was a lot of competition in the space race. Back then, John Kennedy, Russia, Sputnik, all the cosmonauts. But back in June 16th, 1963, man, I was just born, the Russian cosmonaut Valentina Tersakova, I think that's how it's saying. She did 48 orbits, and she was up there 70 hours. So first lady to orbit the Earth was a Russian cosmonaut, Valentina Tereshakova. So June 16th, 1963. So there's a picture of her here. So amazing, right? Think about that, how tough she had to be to go through all that. So that was really pretty cool. And then I want to put a little message here from a buddy of mine that I went to school with. He posted this out there, Terry Maxwell. Terry and I went to junior high and high school together, and he put this really cool post out. So I'm going to post it here right now. Thank you, Terry, man. I appreciate it. I hope all's doing well. I think you're retired now. So good for you. And thanks for the kind words. And I hope you enjoy this second podcast. I hope you get some good stories out of it. So next time, I'm going to have my first guest. So get ready. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but I already got my first guest lined up. And we're going to start doing a couple podcasts, and I'm going to have a couple guests. I'll do one. And I won't be as long on my next podcast, I promise. I had a bad cold and I was out, and then a bunch of stuff came up. But we've had some unbelievable current events, too, that have happened in the last week. Probably should cover those in my Rockin' Jeff News 2025. We'll go with that. And then I also found this I thought was cool. This is a CD that Ace Frehley signed for me. I went to see him at Trees in Dallas years back, and I went up there, and I think I mentioned this in my first podcast, and he had signed a poster for me to Jack. Well, this is he also signed this really cool CD. He's got a very authentic signature there, right? So pretty cool. There's Ace Frehley's signed CD that he sent me. So, yeah, we're going to have another podcast. I'm going to try to get out here within a week. We're going to have our first guest. So get excited about that. That should be fun. And on the way out here, my friend Tommy Davis, he sent me a blues track. He's the one that started the lick in the beginning. And then we're going to close with some Tommy Davis blues track. So thank you for everything. Peace. Subscribe. Appreciate the likes. Man, it was awesome. The very first one. This is number 2. We'll have it in the can. We'll get it out today. And keep those cards and letters coming. Oh, and last thing on the headphone piece, I think the winner was Sir Paul McCartney. I got a lot of notes back that how cool it was with him with the Rickenbacker bass. And he had those smaller headphones on. So the podcast winner for the best worn headphones was Sir Paul McCartney. So have a great evening. Rock and roll. Keep listening to the podcast. Hope I'm making it exciting, and I've got some cool things coming down the pipe. A lot of cool news, a lot of new instrument programs. I'll keep showing some of my guitars. I got a couple more guitars that are really cool that I'll pull out of the closet for you. And subscribe. And Jeff Daniels Rockin' Podcast 2025. Exit. Peace.